And so my hat's off to him, $100 billion company. And they've absolutely crushed it. So, best investor, Chamath, are you going to pick yourself for the third year in a row, or do you have somebody else in mind?
This one I think is an absolutely easy one, but it's my dear friend, Dan Loeb. Founder and CIO.
Friend? When did that happen?
Founder and CIO of Third Point. And of as I've seen, I talked to him yesterday, actually. I called him just to wish him a happy birthday. By the way, it's his birthday.
Happy birthday.
But he has shown the widest range this year and really put everything together. Yet again, kind of one of these virtuoso performances. Early stage success. So he was a early stage investor. I think they did the Series A in Sentinel and one that had a big IPO this year. Growth investing. He was a great investor, early investor in Rivian that went public this year. He had great public performance in Upstart and a bunch of other ones. Activism, he went after Shell. Crypto, I think he's an investor in FTX and a bunch of other things. I mean, just tonned it. And to be able to put together a team that can execute across all of those business lines and risk manage, and then where he still sizes, like I'm telling you, like it is so hard to size this stuff properly and get it right. He did an incredible job. And he's just a beautiful, lovely human being. So Dan.
All right. We're cooked with oil here. We're moving at a nice pace. I picked the Sequoia Fund, the new Evergreen Sequoia and the Sequoia Fund, the new Evergreen Fund. Obviously, over the past 2 years, they've had DoorDash, Airbnb, Snowflake, Unity, all these incredible companies worth over $300 billion combined. And now those LPs get to keep their money in this one vehicle. And I think it's going to make Sequoia even more powerful. Great innovation. Shout out to my friend Ruloff. And I gave a runner-up to Brad Gerstner, friend of the pod, who obviously did Snowflake last year, but had the Grab IPO this year, which I think was the largest SPAC in history. I don't think it traded particularly well yet, but congratulations to Brad as my runner-up. Who do you got, Sacks?
Well, my first thought was Nancy Pelosi. But
so you're just going on performance?
Yeah, I don't think it counts though if you do it through insider trading. So I had to rule her out.
Okay, sure.
So my actual choice is Ken Griffin, the founder of Citadel. He generated something like 10% returns on a $500 billion fund. I mean, just mammoth amounts of money. But it wasn't just his economic return. He's obviously a cash generating machine, but it wasn't just that. It was also the way that he came out on this whole Wall Street Bets, Robinhood scandal way back in January. Remember, of the whole payment for order flow was a gigantic scandal with Robinhood. And he, along with Vlad and others, was hauled up to Capitol Hill, but they could not lay a glove on him. He demonstrated, I think, in commanding testimony that all these conspiracy theories around his role had no merit. And the populist revolt around this whole payment for order flow Robinhood thing broke against the rock of Ken Griffin. He comes out as a huge winner, both economically and politically. And
you left out the most important part. He was the supervillain in buying the Constitution down.
Yeah, and he got revenge.
For $1 extra.
Yes, he got revenge on the crypto people. That's right. He had the last laugh on the crypto people. That's right.
Great financial troll. Friedberg, did we get yours yet? Best investor of 2021?
I kind of stuck to private markets just because they're illiquid, which means it's harder to source. Not everyone has the same data. We all have different data and different points of view. So within that, I kind of said, look, what makes the best investor? And number one is obviously good returns. Who's got the best returns? But second is how scalable is your investing machine? And third is how durable is it? Like, does it get worse as you scale up?
I know where you're going with this.
So, I had three kind of finalists. One was Founders Fund, and I would argue they probably have the best consistent returns in terms of the multiples on their funds. Tiger Global, which we talked about earlier, which I would argue is the most scalable and durable, as we've seen, deploying $15 billion this year. And then finally, Sequoia, which has near the best returns, scalable and durable with this new transition you talked about. And ultimately, Sequoia won out. So that's my tree of success.
It's one of the first times we've had two of the same in the voting.